What is up, everybody? Matt Parrino here for NYUpSyracuse.com, coming to you from inside New Era Field, where the Buffalo Bills improved to 6-2 on the season, in the driver's seat on the push for the playoffs. Coming away with a 24-9 win today over the Washington Redskins. The story of the game, the big one anyway, Devin Singletary finally getting the football. He came into this game with 20 carries on the season in 4 games. He got the ball 20 times today, 95 yards rushing, a touchdown on the ground, and oh, by the way, a 49-yard reception. So what we've been talking about for weeks and weeks and weeks is the Bills first waited to get him back healthy and into the lineup, and then the last couple of weeks waiting for that hamstring to come around. It came around today in a big way. The Bills tried to get him involved early. He got 2 carries in the first 2 plays of the game, and you could kind of sense that the objective today was going to be to get the ball in his hands, and he delivered. Again, this Bills offensive line continues to really excel in the run blocking portion of the football game. And also, important to note, Ty Nsekhe was in at right tackle today. He's known as more of a pass blocker, but I thought he did a good job on a couple runs today. Josh Allen completed 70% of his passes for just 160 yards. That's the second straight game where he's under that 200-yard plateau. But you can tell with the way that they're operating this offense, Brian Daboll, Sean McDermott, they're not asking him necessarily to throw for 300 yards. They want him to manage the game. Had 2 more fumbles today, which is obviously not what you want, especially on a running play where he's out to the right, fumbled the ball. Could have been a real disaster. You think back to last week when the turning point in that Philadelphia Eagles game was on a fumble on a design run for Josh Allen in that one. So, but no interceptions. And the other big storyline coming out of this game, 13 straight quarters now for Josh Allen, no interceptions. I think that's something that going into the season, I don't think anybody would have predicted. I mean, this is a guy coming out of college, a gunslinger, a guy that really likes to take chances, use that big arm. And today he was very economical with the way that he used that arm. They only went downfield one or 2 times, went down to Robert Foster on his one big long route of the day, weren't able to connect. But the offense was able to score points. They're averaging 19 on the season. They put up 24 today. I think you have to be happy with that. They want to limit mistakes because they believe in this defense. But today, interestingly enough, that one chink in the armor for this defense, the run defense, struggled again out of the gates today. 100 yards on the ground to Adrian Peterson in the first half. But the good news is, after the first 30 minutes of football, only about 10 yards for the rest of the game for Adrian Peterson. The Bills really locked things down. Sean McDermott said after the game that he asked his defensive coaching staff to reiterate to the players fundamentals, what they talked about all week, filling your gap assignments, tackling. Jordan Poyer talked about the difficult matchup against Adrian Peterson. He's a great running back, one of the best to ever play the game. And today, I think that, the Bills weren't up for that challenge to start off this game. They got things figured out in the locker room at halftime, came out in the second half, and really kind of held the line as the Bills offense really struggled coming out of halftime. It was 4 straight drives coming out of halftime that didn't end in points, and that was quite a shift from what they were able to do in the offense. And as we move along here, we continue to have the same storyline. The Bills continue to have moments in games where they're able to move the ball, where they're able to consistently make plays, and then there'll be that lull. And in the third quarter again today, like they've struggled all season, interesting stat for you. Coming into this game, the Bills were ranked 30th of 32 teams with third quarter scoring at 2.3 points per third quarter this year, and they didn't score any points in the third quarter again. So that's a trend to watch as this team continues to try to build on things with this offense, which we've talked about over and over again. They have 9 new pieces. Cole Beasley today, 2 targets, 2 catches, 13 yards and another touchdown. That's 3 straight games now for Cole Beasley, with a touchdown, proving to be that really an ultimate weapon inside the red zone. His ability to separate, get open, present himself for Josh Allen happened again today. A quick pivot route out to an out route, and he was there, and they connected on that play. It'll be interesting to watch as the weeks go on how they can kind of, Brian Daboll, Sean McDermott, how they can manage getting the running backs enough carries, and also, getting Josh Allen in this passing offense into a rhythm, because I think that because they gave Frank Gore and Devin Singletary 39 carries after just 12 a week ago, the passing offense suffered quite a bit. But 6-2, all good things, all good things to take out of this game. There was some frustration on social media about Brian Dable as a play caller, but I do think that when the Bills were going well, the play calling was pretty good. I think you had to be happy with them getting Devin Singletary back in the mix. He looks to be a guy that you want to have a heavy workload week in and week out, and he proved at Florida Atlantic that he can handle that. So 6-2, we're headed to at Cleveland next week. Big game. We'll be down there on Saturday for the big game on Sunday. And for all of your Bills content throughout the week, guys, keep it locked on NY Up, Syracuse.com. I'm freezing. I'm going to get out of here.